Good morning, Grade 10 Macedonia, Moab, and Nazareth. This is the continuation of our topic preparing vegetable dishes. Vegetables are raw or cooked plants or parts of plants used in a dish. They are synonym for healthy diet and healthy life. There are various types of vegetables and each one has its place in our diet. Vegetables represent something natural, simple, essential, and good. Expected learning competencies for today are the following. 1. Identify the characteristics of quality vegetables, and 2. Cook variety of vegetable dishes following appropriate cooking methods to preserve optimum quality and nutrition. A well-planned menu does not ensure satisfying meals unless we are able to buy the proper food items on the menu. Purchasing is a complicated activity and needs a lot of decision making if we want to obtain the best with the least amount of money, time, and energy. Proper purchasing should make economical use of time and energy as well as money. Purchasing fruits and vegetables are the most difficult items to buy because of great variations in quality and their high perishability. Quality depends on the following: favorable condition of their growth, the season of their harvest, the variety of fruit or vegetables, degree of maturity, size and uniformity of shape, and presence of defects. So yung pagbili natin ng gulay, depende kung saan ba natin gagamitin. Ito ba ay kakainin na hilaw or ito ba ay lulutuin natin. So yung and degree of maturity depends on how it is to be used. Tandaan natin, yung fruits or vegetables are available na fresh, frozen, canned, merong bottled, merong dried, merong frozen. So, yung fresh vegetables have better flavor, nutrition, and texture than frozen and canned ones. Canned varieties should be bought only when fresh produce is unavailable. So, binibili lang natin yung frozen, yung nasa lata or nasa bote kapag hindi in season yung fresh. Kasi yung mga frozen naman, nasa lata or nasa bote, ay binibili natin dahil ito ay nagtatagal ng mas matagal. Longer time siya magiging available sa iyong pantry. And they are better than stale and limp produce that is available. Because of the perishability, only the amount needed must be bought. Another, vegetables must be free from dirt, discoloration, vegetable blemishes, and bruises must be selected to avoid faster decay. So, iiwasan natin yung may surface blemishes, yung may mga bugbog, may mga pasa, kasi ito ang magiging dahilan ng mabilis na pagkabulok. The size most suitable for the purpose must be selected. Size is not a measure of quality. Generally, smaller fruits and vegetables are tastier. Halimbawa, yung mas maliit na cucumbers, they are better than the big ones. Kasi minsan yung malalaki, meron siyang aftertaste na woody. You must consider the cost as related to the edible portion and the amount of waste of each type. Ayan, minsan maiko-compare natin yung fresh at saka yung canned, kasi yung canned or bottled na vegetable, kakainin mo na lahat. Ibig sabihin, edible portion lahat. And sometimes, yung fresh naman, binili mo yung 1 kilo halimbawa, pero may mga parts or portion doon na aalisin natin dahil hindi siya edible. For green leafy vegetables, we should buy only enough quantity for few days consumption. It must be bought to get maximum nutrition and flavor kasi nga yan ay madaling malanta yung mga dahong gulay. Vegetables that are fleshy, smooth-skinned, and firm, not soft or saggy, must be both. So, meron tayong tinatawag na signs of freshness and quality. Example sa tomatoes. Tomatoes must be fairly firm and uniform in color. Those with soft spots and injuries must be avoided, but scars can be cut out before serving. Another is eggplant. Eggplant should be heavy for its size. It must not be neither wilted nor flabby. Those with warm holes and dark brown spots or bruises must be avoided. For peppers, it must be firm and fresh looking. Pepper decays easily, so the blemished one should be avoided. When buying green, leafy vegetables, one must select the young ones that are crisp, bright, and free from decay, mold, or insects. Wilted and damaged ones must be avoided. Green ones should be chosen over the white varieties. Example, yung Pechay na Tagalog at saka um, yung Pechay Baguio. There are times na pwede ka namang mag-substitute kung ano yung better quality. Another, when buying vegetable pods katulad ng okra at saka yung tinatawag nating beans, Baguio beans, one must select those that are green, not dry-looking, and can be easily snapped. Minsan binabali natin yung dulo to make sure na ito ay fresh. For root crops, yung kamote or potato, those free from dirt, dark spots, and deep eyes must be selected. Those are firm, heavy, well-shaped, smooth, with unbroken skins must be chosen. Ano naman yung hindi natin bibilin? Those that are soft, malambot na, wet, shriveled, or spotted must be avoided. Root crops may be bought in bulk as they keep for at least 2 to 3 weeks or longer. How about for dry seeds and legumes? When buying dry seeds or legumes, those that are free from holes and not powdery should be selected. Legumes like mungo or beans are susceptible to attack from weevils, especially when they are being stored improperly for quite some time. Vegetables and other food must be kept at a safe temperature during defrosting. Foods are safe indefinitely while frozen. However, as soon as the food begins to defrost and become warmer than 40 degrees Fahrenheit, any bacteria that may have been present before freezing can begin to multiply. Never thaw food at room temperature or in warm water. Even though the center of the package may still be frozen as it thaws on the counter or in warm water, the outer layer of the food is between 40 degrees and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. These are temperatures where bacteria begin to multiply rapidly. Ito yung tinatawag natin na danger zone. Thawing vegetables can be done inside the refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or less, or in cold running water less than 75 degrees Fahrenheit, or in the microwave if you will be cooking or serving it immediately. So remember, pwedeng mag-thaw by direct cooking from frozen. Halimbawa, frozen siya, tapos ilalagay mo naman sa dish. Pag niluluto mo yung may simmering water na, pwedeng direct na nating ilagay doon. Minsan nga yung french fries, di ba, frozen. Pag mainit na yung cooking oil, nilalagay na natin diretso yung frozen na fries kasi maliit lang naman yung pieces ng fries. Another is to microwave or stir fry frozen vegetables as an alternative method of cooking direct from frozen. Another one is to defrost or partially thaw specific leafy and bulky frozen vegetables such as broccoli, turnip, and spinach by running them in their packaging under cold running water. Of course, you can thaw large ears of corn on the cob partially ahead of time if you plan to boil them on the stove top as you would fresh corn on the cob and eat them immediately after cooking. Moving on to the methods of cooking vegetables. There are at least 12 different ways of cooking vegetables. They are blanching, boiling, braising, poaching, simmering, steaming, stewing, sautéing, broiling, grilling, roasting, and stir frying. To begin with, let's start with blanching. It involves dropping of vegetables in boiling water briefly and immediately halting the cooking process by submerging the vegetable into ice water. Blanching is used to loosen the skin on vegetables and to halt enzymatic action that causes vegetables to deteriorate. Vegetables are often blanched prior to freezing to maintain their color and freshness during storage. Boiling is one of the easiest ways to prepare vegetables, but boiling vegetables causes them to lose some of their nutritional value. The boiling water leaches some of the vitamins and nutrients and even some of the flavor right out of the vegetables. The best way to minimize that nutrient loss is to make sure that they spend as little time as possible in boiling water. So pagluto na, alisin na natin. Or yung boiling water, gamitin din natin sa iba nating dishes or better, inumin natin yung pinagkuluan. For braising, it involves simmering large cuts of meat in a small amount of liquid in a covered dish. Keeping the braising dish covered traps moisture within and helps intensify the flavors. Liquids used for braising are often wine, stock, or the meat's own juices. Poaching involves partially or fully submerging food into water or another liquid that has reached 160 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Water at this temperature is hotter than scalding, but it is not vigorously bubbling like boiling water. This allows for delicate foods to be cooked without being disrupted or damaged. Poaching is often used with eggs and fish, both of which would break apart if exposed to rapidly boiling water. How about simmering? Simmering involves putting liquids about above 180 degrees Fahrenheit but not vigorously bubbling like boiling water. Simmering liquid has a gentle bubbles that rise swiftly from the bottom of the pot. Simmering is a more gentle cooking method than boiling, and it is often used for long and slow cooking processes because there is less evaporation than boiling. Tough meats, soups, and stews are often simmered over low heat for long periods of time. For steaming, ito yung process kung papaano tayo nagluluto ng siomai, ng siopaw, or leche flan. Steaming process that cooks vegetables and softens them up, but because they are not immersed in water, they do not lose many nutrients. It is also preserve the flavor than boiling does. Steaming involves the faster transfer of heat through vaporized water and other liquid because food is not allowed to steep in hot water. Steamed foods retain more nutrients than boiled or simmered food. Pressure cookers can utilize steam and pressure to increase the cooking temperature above the boiling point of water. So kung i-compare natin yung steaming kaysa sa boiling, mas magandang method ang steaming. Kasi sa steaming, hindi nakalubog sa tubig ang gulay. Hindi katulad ng boiling, yung ibang sustansya ay napupunta na doon sa tubig. Stewing is similar to simmering in that the liquid is heated until it forms gentle yet quickly moving bubbles. The difference between stewing and simmering is that the stewing generally involves a much smaller amount of liquid that is retained and served with the food as a sauce. Stewing is great for softening tough cuts of meats or fibrous vegetable. Sautéing or paggigisa. Sautéing vegetables or stir-frying them means cooking them over fairly high heat and stirring them often to keep from burning. The high heat helps them cook quickly, which minimizes nutrient loss. Broiling. Broiling a vegetable is a cooking method where the heat source is above the food, making this a great technique for blistering the skins of sweet peppers or chilies for easy peeling and a smoky flavor. Sliced vegetables such as eggplant should be brushed lightly with oil to keep them from drying out under the high heat. Grilling as a method of vegetable cooking is similar to broiling, but the heat source coming from below and the basting liquid to keep it moist. Grill baskets or a perforated stainless steel grid are perfect for keeping small vegetables such as mushroom and cherry tomatoes from falling into the fire below. For indoor cooking, heavy grill pans caramelize vegetables and give them a wonderful smoky flavor. Roasting or pagsasangag. Vegetable roasting is a cooking method that involves tossing with a light coating of olive oil and sprinkling lightly with a salt, then roasting in a single layer in a shallow, rimmed baking sheet. The high temperature of 400 degrees or above causes the vegetable to shrink and lose their natural moisture. This concentrates the sugar and deepens the flavor. Baking uses a temperature of 375 degrees or lower. Stir frying, on the other hand, is a method of vegetable cooking similar to sauté but with the vegetable cut into smaller pieces. Use medium to high heat for quick cooking and toss often. Are you learning, guys? I hope you are. So allow me to read a verse from the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 17. A bowl of vegetables with someone you love is better than a steak with someone you hate. For written works and performance tasks, I'll see you later inside our virtual classroom. This has been your teacher Malou Obispo saying thank you for listening and may God bless us all.